Hello and welcome to Trades Admin. My name's Max and I'm going to be running through absolutely everything. Now, if you would like to skip to a certain section, I'm going to make sure to timestamp each part on the video. So feel free to skip ahead if you'd like. So just very quickly, in terms of the sections we are going to cover, the home section, schedule, quotes and invoices, certificates, timesheets, team management, and the integrations section. So without any further ado, first we're going to start with the home section. So here we are in the home section. Now, just quickly to preference, I have removed most of the data from this account. So it's basically just starting afresh. So as if you would start your account now, this would be sort of how it would look. So to begin with, we have the dashboard section. You could see we've got loads of different tiles, basically information that can be tracked within your business. As you scroll down, you can see things like the jobs map, yearly revenue, recent quotes, estimates, invoices, monthly comparisons, conversion rates, pending quotes, and outstanding invoices. Nice and simple, just an easy way to basically keep on top of things. And you can very easily filter out and move all of these things about. So you can kind of design it kind of to how you want it to look. Then there is a section for the customer list. So if you toggle over here, we're still in the home section. You can basically see your list of customers in one place. You can very easily search for them at the top as well. So first of all, we'll go through creating a customer by clicking create customer. Now, this is a very, very simple process. So we're going to first fill out a customer name. We won't bother with anything else, just the customer name for now. You can add these in at whatever point. And you can pick a nice color as well if you like to color coordinate things. Now, for each customer, you can create unlimited jobs. So, for instance, if you're doing work for like an estate agent, for example, you might do multiple jobs at multiple different locations for that estate agent. So that's where you would put in the site address if it's different to the customer address. So we will create a test job and you'll go through to this section. Now, my idea with this is that basically everything you can do inside of the app can be done from this screen. So as soon as you open up a customer, this will be the screen that you'll see. So you can see their details here. You can create a schedule appointment here as well. You can assign team members to it. You can create extra jobs from this stage as well. And yeah, you can basically control everything from this area. So you can add in new notes, track your quotes, estimates, invoices. You can see if they've been opened. It all gets timestamped. Very nice, very easy to see. And of course, creating your quotes, estimates, invoices, and certificates as well. So I'll just very quickly show you how this shows up. Obviously, we haven't filled out the email or the mobile for the customer, but this just shows up in the customer list. You can search for them up here as well. Nice and simple. And yeah, that's the easiest way basically to access everything. So you open up the customer, and this is all of it basically in one place. So next we will go on to the schedule section. So here we are in the schedule section. Now I'm viewing this as if you would have a couple team members on there as well. So if it was like just yourself, if you're just a one-man band, this is the day view and it would just show up as a normal day, basically going down. But if you've got a couple lads working for you, this is probably the best way to kind of see what they're meant to be doing on each day. You can scroll across and see exactly where the events or where the jobs would be. So this is the day view. You've got the week view as well, and you've got the month view as well. So you can see basically everything you kind of need across all the views. Now, in terms of creating events, there's two different ways you can do this. Probably the best way to do this and the easiest way to do it is to open back up the customer and click this small event icon in the top left. As soon as that's clicked, it will take you straight through to the schedule and it will automatically attach the job to it. So you can kind of keep everything tracked and keep everything in one place. You also have the option just to do it from the schedule section. You can click the plus button up here. You can create the new event. You can give it whatever sort of color you would like to do. We'll make this an all-day event over a 3-day period. You can add in the title, you can add in notes. In the advanced section, you can assign team members to it, you can make it recurring, you can attach files or attach a job to it. So we'll attach a job, we'll select our customer and select our job. And you can see it automatically adds in the job name there as well. So we'll go for a nice little pink color and click confirm. And you could see here, if I move my face out of the way, the test job has been created over the 3-day period. It will also be seen in the week view and on the day view in the all day section, because that's what we selected as well. So that's all there. If you would like, you can open it, you can edit it, you can make changes to it, you can assign it to different team members and it will show up in their one instead. But yeah, nice and easy, very simple way to keep track of all your scheduling. So now we're on the quotes, estimates, and invoices section. Similar to the schedule section, you can create these from either inside of the customer page by using any of the action buttons here, or you can create them from inside of the quotes and invoices section itself. So if we click create new quote/estimate, select whichever document you'd like to create, select the customer, and select the job. And then once you click the continue button, this is the main steps for actually creating one of these documents. So you can see we've already selected the customer and we've selected the job. So we'll click continue. Now on the document options, you can select whether you'd want it to be a quote or an estimate. For this example, we'll do a quote. And the document number is basically one added on to the total amount of quotes you've created. So your document number will never be the same. You don't have to worry about it. It will automatically do it for you. And if you're VAT registered, you can tick or untick this as well. Continue. Now we're on the job costs section. Very simple line items. So for a lot of people, you'll put like your materials and labor together for one cost. So we'll use that as the example. Labor. And we'll do a price for, let's say, £300. Now, if you'd like to put your materials out separately, you can do. You can add in as many items as you like through here. And if you use a certain material often, you can very quickly click the save button and it will save it, and you can search it in this part here as well, just to save you a bit more time. So we can see here, total £300, click continue. And now we're on the notes section. So this is where you do your sort of job breakdown of the work. You can put all of your details in here. You can make it look nice by customizing it and using different colors and that sort of stuff. So we'll just go for test job description. There we go. And we will bold this and we will underline this and we'll make this different color just so you can sort of see it on the PDF as well. The Smart Write option basically links in with the AI. So you have the option to improve your grammar, fix your spelling, improve your format, or change your tone if you'd like as well. It does it all in the background very quickly, and you can see your changes and, again, make changes to it if you'd like. Just a nice, simple feature. Click the continue button, and then we're on the business signature. This might take you a couple goes to get right, but once you do, you can click the save button down here, and it will save it just for all your future documents, so you won't have to keep doing it. Perfect. Then we click create quote, and it will load up a PDF preview on the left-hand side and a send to customer option on the right-hand side. So we'll take a quick look at the preview first. You can see we've got the business branding with your colors here, and your business logo will be in the top right. This can all be customized in the settings. And you'll have your business details at the top, the customer details. Obviously, we've only got the customer name, but you'd have the customer email, phone number, address will all show there as well. Date, quote number, and the line items here. So you can see the description of what the name was. Quantity, unit price, and the total. The total will show here. Of course, if you're VAT registered, it will automatically add on the 20% as well. And the additional notes sections, this is where you do obviously your breakdown of the job. that will all show up here, nice and simple. And your business signature, if you choose to have your business signature, that will show up in the bottom right. So all nice and simple. You can download this separately as a PDF if you'd like to send it off separately, or you can just send it directly to the customer from this section. So if your customer had an email already filled out for them, it would show up here. You can change the subject, the message, and you can include approval options as well. So the customer will receive an email and they can decide whether to accept it or decline it straight from that email. And then obviously you'll get a notification with it. You can attach a certificate or you can upload a separate file and send it as well. And you can see here the PDF will automatically be attached to the email sent. So that's how you create quotes and estimates. If we go back, you can see this is how it shows up in the quotes and estimates list. You can see all the details for it, the customer, job, quote, amount, created date, and the status. This also shows up on the customer page. If we scroll down, you can see the documents here, quote, when it was created, and the status and how much it was. So you can also click on it to open up. You can see some more details about it. The journey line at the top, when it was created, sent, opened, and accepted, hopefully. You can also resend it to the customer or send it to the customer here. Mark it as accepted, declined. You can create a job sheet from this part as well, and you can convert it to an invoice. So what we will do, we'll create a job sheet. So if you click this button, it will automatically, instantly create a job sheet for you. It will show the customer's details at the top, the description of the work, which you can update and change. And it all shows here on the PDF, again, with your business branding and logo and stuff. So if you've got any lads working for you, any subcontractors, you can download this PDF and you can send it straight to them. Or if your lads have their own login to the system, they can come in here, they can access everything, they can update things, and they can mark it as complete as well. So if we go back to the customer, you can see the job sheet's being created. It's in progress. We're going to mark it as complete. Go back and it shows as complete. Nice, simple way for you to just keep on top of your jobs. Perfect. So if we then go back to the quotes and invoices section, and we want to turn this quote into an invoice. So if we click the convert to invoice button, it will automatically select the customer, automatically select the job, and you'll see the process for creating an invoice is very similar. Click the continue button, document type, invoice number works the same way. You can add in a due date as well. And again, if you're VAT registered, you can do that here. Job costs will be automatically carried over from the quote or the estimate. So you can add in new ones if you'd like, or if you obviously want to keep it the same, which most of the time you will, it will all be carried over. In the advanced section, if this invoice is for a CIS subcontractor, you can tick this and fill out the details. Or if there's a reverse charge VAT that applies, again, you can tick that, fill out the details, and it calculates all of that for you. For now, we'll just stick to a normal invoice. So click the continue button. Again, the job description details will carry over from the quote. And then this is a new part, which is the payment terms. So you've got three different options for this. You've got the Go Cardless option. So I'm actually a partner with Go Cardless. You can create a free account with them. There is a transaction fee of 1%, but it's capped at £4, which is quite nice. You won't get charged any more than £4 per transaction or per invoice. This basically means that when you send the invoice to the customer, they can pay directly there and then on the email, just to make things a bit more streamlined, a bit easier, and the status will be automatically updated as paid inside of Trades Admin as well. So you can see it all a bit more seamless, a bit easier. You also have the option for instant payments. So works sort of fairly similar to Go Cardless. You'll need a Go Cardless account to link it up. But if you select this option and then create the invoice, it will basically create a custom QR code. So if you're in person with the customer and they're happy to take the payment straight away, you can create the QR code and they can scan it and you can take the payment instantly. Or the final option is very simple, just your bank details. You can see I've done a bit of testing here, but that's where you put your account name, account number, and sort code. Again, you can save this. You only have to put it in once, and that will just show up at the bottom of the invoice on the PDF. So we'll just go with the go cardless option for now. Nice and easy. And again, your business signature is the last step. Create the invoice, and it will show up again in a very similar way. You can see the invoice PDF preview on this side. If you have your bank details, if you selected the bank details payment terms option, it will show up around about here, just below the job description. And again, similar process. You can add in the customer email, subject, message, and you can attach anything you'd like to it as well. And you can see the customers can pay via Go Cardless text there. So that is pretty much everything covered. You can see the invoices shows up in the invoices list. You can see when it's created or if it's got a due date on it, customer, job name, amount, status. And inside the customer page, the invoice is showing up there as well. So if you reopen it, you can mark it as paid if you'd like. It automatically timestamps it, and you can go back and you can see it's been marked as paid as well there. So I think that's pretty much everything covered. You can toggle on and off the last 30 days of documents, just so it doesn't get too backlogged with too many of them. And you can download them here separately as well. So you can choose whichever quotes, estimates, or invoices to download, and you can send them off to your accountant or something like that as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything covered. So we'll move on now to the certification section. Next up is the certification section. So again, like the quotes and the invoices, you can either create a certificate from the certificate section, or you can create it from inside your customer page here. So we will go through and click create certificate. You will have the choice of creating either a minor works, EIC, or EICR certificate at this current stage of recording. I do have plans to add in more electrical certificates in the future, but these are obviously the main ones. So we'll click to create a minor works. Again, we will select the customer and select the job. And you can see here, we have the job journey animation. So like this one's already had the invoice paid. So you can see here and then click the continue button. So for each certificate you create, it's a fairly sort of similar setup again to the quote and the invoice. You can add in a site address, which might be separate as well for the customer. And you can see there the customer and the job was already selected. So I won't go through all of it because I won't fill out everything, but you can see for certain sections, you have the options to add in presets. So you can see some test ones that I've added in. So you can go to add new and you can create a new preset, basically just adding in text. So for something like the description of the minor works, if you use a similar sort of text for each one, you can very easily just select it and it will just show up there. Nice and simple. You can select all of these going down. Again, there's more preset options here. And then we'll go continue. Now we are on the circuit details. So if I click to open the circuits pop-up, you can see this is where the board will be stored and all of the details here. Now you can add in separate rows. You can fill specific columns, or you can autofill everything if you like. And there is the AI feature, which I know a lot of people are very interested in. So if you click this purple button up here, if you're on mobile or tablet devices, you'll have the option to take a photo there and then in person. As I'm on the laptop, I'll just upload a photo and we will find the electrical board from earlier. This will take about 10-20 seconds just to go through. It's basically linking in with the AI and being able to pick out everything on the board that it can see and add it in to the board with individual circuits. You'll see once it goes, it all gets added in here. That was a bit of a bigger board, so if you did like a EIC or EICR, the extra would show. Obviously, on a minor works, there's only 3 circuits you can add in, but you can see it added in all the details here, and you can of course make changes as and when as well. So that's a very sort of overview of the certificate section. That all gets saved. Continue. Adding team members, date, additional content, photos, and if you're with a certification body, you can select a logo to display on the certificate as well. There is a clear warning at the bottom, so you have to be legally with them as well. So we'll then create a certificate. Again, very similar to the quotes, estimates, invoices. The PDF will show up on the left with your logo and your branding and NIC or NAPIT logo if you're with them. And all the details will be filled out here. You can go in it more detail. You can download it, or again, you can send it straight away. So if we go back, you can see the certificates created here, their status, and you can reopen them as well and resend them or duplicate them. You can also duplicate your quotes and your invoice as well. And then in the test customer, you can see, or you should be able to see the document showing up there. I don't know why it's not. I might just have to refresh the page. But yeah, that shows up there in the certificates list. Very similar to the quotes and invoices. Yeah, all in one place. Of course, you can choose to create the others as well. Again, very sort of similar setup, just a few extra steps in there. And you can toggle on and off the last 30 days. So I think that's pretty much everything covered in terms of these certificates. So we'll be moving on to the timesheets section next. Next up here, we have the timesheets. Now, this is obviously for if you have a couple lads working for you. They can go into this on their computer or on their phone and create timesheets, or you can do it for them. So here you'll have your list of team members going down and the days of the week. And you can also switch between which week you want to look at or use the calendar icon to pick out specific dates. In the top right, you can click to create a new timesheet or request holiday. So we'll go through the timesheet part first. If you open that, select the team member. If it's the team member who is logged in, if it's someone who's working for you, they will automatically be selected and they can't select anyone else. Pick whichever date they worked on. So we'll just do Saturday for now. We'll do start time at 8 a.m. and we'll say we finished at, let's say we'll go 5 o'clock. You can choose to attach a job to it as well if you'd like. If you want to keep things a bit more organized, you can select a customer, select a job, very similar to the schedule section there. And you can add notes as well if you'd like. So if we go test notes, click confirm, and you can see there Saturday worked for 9 hours, the week total. And if you want to see a bit more of a detailed sort of breakdown of each of the days or the weeks, you can click on the little plus button and you can see it here. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. On the Saturday, working for the 9 hours, the one we just added in, you can open it, you can make changes to it, you can update it, all there nice and simple, and you can open that individually for each team member as well. So that's the timesheets part. And then if we go to the request holiday, so again, opening that, clicking request holiday. Oh, there we go. The team member can go in, they can choose a start date, choose an end date, add in any notes, and then once they click send request, you, the admin, will get an email where you can decide to accept it or decline it. If you choose to accept it, it will go into the schedule section as an event, and you'll see like a like a holiday kind of icon next to it, so you know it's a holiday. Yeah, nice and simple, all very easy in one place. On the team management section, which I'm going through next, I can show you how you can add in holiday entitlement and also the hourly rate for each team member. So yeah, we'll go on to that now. The next section we're focusing on is the team management section. So this can be found inside the settings and the top right box called team management. If you open that up and scroll down to the bottom, we'll first have a look at the current team members. So this is your list of team members that will show up. You can see their holiday entitlement and their hourly rate. Obviously, your team members can't see that. Well, they can see the entitlement they have left, but they can't see the hourly rate, or they can't see anyone else's, basically. So if you're looking to invite a team member, you pop in their email address, access level, view, or view and edit. You decide which sections you want them to have access to, hourly rate, holiday entitlement, and you could hide financial data as well on like quotes and invoices, for example. Click the send invite. They can go through, they'll get an email. They can set up their account with their name, their email address would already carry over. They can add themselves a little profile photo as well, as you can see here, just to make it a bit easier to tell who's who. And then you, as the admin, you can always edit their permissions as well. So you can update any of this whenever you like. Nice and simple, nice and easy. And then, yeah, all of your team members will show up in the timesheets and they will show up in the schedule. So they'll show up in the timesheets here and they'll show up in the schedule multi-user view, the one here on the left-hand side. So yeah, that's pretty much everything in one place. And obviously you can remove team members as well by clicking edit permissions and deleting them. The final section to cover is the integrations section. So again, this is inside of the settings and in the bottom left. So if you click on this, you can see all of the current integrations that we have set up. I'm always kind of adding to them or thinking of new ones to possibly add in. But these are the current ones at the moment. So in terms of accounting, we have Xero, QuickBooks, Sage, and Free Agent. Now, with all of these, when you connect, you can download your customers or contacts straight from any of these options. And then whenever you create a customer or create an invoice, they will go straight into your accounting software of choice as well, as long as you're connected. So basically, if you have an accountant, they won't have to change anything and they can just pick things up as normal. Next, we have the send grid and WhatsApp. This is just for sending out the documents. So your quotes, estimates, invoices, and certificates. On the send and preview page, this is what you'll use to send via them. They're very easy, very simple to set up. Next, we have Go Cardless for the payments. So yeah, whenever you send an invoice or if you want to do the automatic instant payment with the QR code, as long as you're connected with Go Cardless, you'll have that option. The customer's CSV import, if you've got your customers on a spreadsheet or if you can download them to a spreadsheet, you can very easily just upload them here. So the name, email, phone number, and address for every customer can be pulled over. Similar sort of thing for the materials. If you've got a list of materials that you use often, you can upload them here. And then whenever you go to create a quote or an invoice, you can search for them and add them in as line items. Phone book contact, this is only for iOS on the mobile. So it basically works with whenever you create a new customer, it will basically look into your contacts to see if you've already got them there. Again, you can verify this to allow it to do it. Yeah, it's just another easy way to add in your customers. And then for the Google reviews, this works where once you've marked an invoice as paid, it waits for 24 hours and then sends the customer a Google review request via email. Once you've set it up, you basically don't have to touch it. It's nice and easy, very easy to do. And you can toggle on or off when to send it to a customer. So if you think you've done a little bit of a shoddy job and you're not too sure whether you want them to leave a review, you don't have to. It's just an option before you send the invoice to the customer. So yeah, that's pretty much everything covered there. As I said, all in the settings area. So that is everything covered inside of Trades Admin. Thank you very much for watching. I know that you seeing this video means that you've signed up to give it a go, or you're using it at the moment, which is brilliant. Thank you very much. That's like really greatly appreciated. If you ever have any problems or you get stuck with anything, try and refer back to this video as much as possible, because most of the details are in here. But yeah, if there's anything you can't really find or fix, just pop me a message on the WhatsApp or send me an email, whatever's easiest to you, and I'll get back to you personally myself as soon as possible. So again, yeah, thank you for choosing Trades Admin. Greatly appreciated, and I'm sure I'll speak to you soon.